Hey everybody, this is Hawk Mikado, and let me just get everything going here. Make sure that I'm streaming live, and it looks like I am. It's obviously pretty late here, but streaming live. We are. Turn my volume down on my phone. I got my phone up here. Hey, what's up, Chris? Thanks for joining, and I'm going to be getting started here in just a minute. I want to make sure that everything is rocking and rolling just the way I want it to. All right. Tab over. You guys should see my screen now. Hey, what's up, Brad? Hey, Jeremy, how's it going? All right. Make sure that this video is sharing properly on everywhere. We'll be getting started in just a minute. For those of you who are, I've been working on this PowerPoint and on the new landing pages for the last 2.5 days. I've been up till 4 a.m. Got back up at 8 and started working on this thing again, man. Just grinding away, making sure that we are. It looks like, yes, finally, I got Live Leap working again. Perfect. All right, so we are actually live in multiple different places. Perfect. So you guys can see everything that I can see. And if you guys have anything you want to comment, questions, anything, please feel free to share and put them in the comment box. I got my phone right next to me. I'll be looking over periodically to check in, see what people are asking, see what people are looking for questions on, support on. This is going to be a really in-depth thing, a really in-depth webinar. I'm going to just literally give you guys everything I can possibly give. So I highly recommend, if you're, if you can't watch it all the way through now, put it on your calendar. I'm guessing it's going to be about 90 minutes long total, and maybe I'm hoping to keep it to an hour, but I added a whole bunch of stuff in, so I don't know how long it's going to be. But definitely take notes, get everything together so you guys can learn and just soak it all in. All right, guys. All good. Yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow morning. Live Leap is the name of the software. Not extremely impressed by it, but it looks like they're finally making some updates. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely. You're probably gonna want to check some of this stuff out. I'm actually gonna do a live demo of a funnel hack live on this as well. So, all right, let's get started here. So, for those of you who don't know, we're going to be going over how to create a profitable funnel in less than a month, in 31 days flat, without feeling like you're stressed or overwhelmed or not ready to make a change in your business. And we're going to show you everything you need to know about developing a webinar or a tripwire or whatever kind of funnel it is you want to be building really quickly. And I'm going to showcase exactly how to do this, how to drive traffic to it, everything you need to do to be able to do this. And then at the end of it, if you want, you can ask us to help you. So I'm going to help you literally go from whatever your concept is to getting your funnel live, start making money, and not worrying about if your funnel is going to work or if it's going to fail or what's going to happen with it. Also, if you stay till the end, I'm going to give you something really cool. We've got a funnel marketing training course. Gives you the basics of developing funnels, developing your marketing plan, everything you need to be successful with funnel marketing. So what are we going to do today? One thing I really want you to do, make sure that you're taking really good notes, because I'm going to be sharing some really incredible things here, things that I've only reserved for our VIP clients and up to this point, and I just wanted to give everything today. Hey, what's up, Kendra? Thanks for joining. And so just make sure that you got a pen and paper so you can write them down. Turn off everything else except for this part on your Facebook. Turn off your Facebook notifications. And if you're in business or you're an entrepreneur or you just want to make more sales online, then I'm going to show you how to create a profitable funnel over the next 60 to 90 minutes so you can start to automate your business. You can start to look at exactly what you need to do to grow and take the next steps. And you'll leave here with true action items to grow your business right away. Who am I? My name is Hawk Mikado, for those of you who don't know, and I've grown multiple businesses in the 6 and 7 figures. I've had hundreds of clients all around the world. I've traveled the world over 17 times over. I'm the CEO of Invert Inc., also the publisher of Funnel Magazine, which is coming out in January. We've got Russell Brunson on the cover of the first edition and Caleb Maddox on the cover of the second edition, which is going to be really exciting. So that's all to come. All right, my journey started a long time ago. I started as an entrepreneur when I was really, really young. By the time that I was in 6th grade, I had created 6 different companies. I had a paper company. I used to have an arts and crafts company. I taught people how to play Dungeons and Dragons, which was really fun, but not very successful because nobody wanted to pay to learn a game that took 6 to 12 hours just to learn it. I created my very first marketing company, and I also created an e-commerce company. In 2012, after all of the amazing challenges that were faced through the so-called Great Recession, I actually survived all of that, and then in 2012, I lost everything. I lost tens of thousands of dollars, and it was one of the most challenging things that had ever happened to me, and I really didn't know if I was going to be able to come back from it. I really just didn't know if I could even get a job. I really didn't like working at other places. I only liked working for myself, but didn't really know what to do. And I had the support of my friends and family, luckily, who encouraged me to get mentors and go through training and go back to school. And I got so many certifications, I don't even know what to do with them anymore. I also started to learn and figure out what it was that every company that I'd had up to that point was successful, and then I started to look at what all of the Fortune 500 companies were doing to be successful, and I figured out the formula that really broke it down and really created their success. And of course, we had some growing pains. In 2015, 2016, we had multiple 6-figure contracts. We had multiple 6-figure recurring monthly income, and it was just an absolute incredible success and growth. And actually, a couple things up to this point was we had some more growing pains, some more challenges that have really helped us develop. And one of the reasons that we've started creating some new things like Funnel Magazine and getting rid of some of the things that were no longer serving us. And so those are all part of our journey. All right, so what would it be like if you knew exactly what you need to do to create a high converting funnel that focused on making you money, a funnel that actually worked? And you never had to worry about making sure that you had to get your funnel live and start making money and worrying about it ever failing, because you had the tools, the systems, the processes, the technology, everything you possibly needed to be able to create a successful funnel and make it live really quickly. As a matter of fact, you could go live in less than a month and start making money immediately because you had the tools and systems. And what would your life be like if you knew exactly how to make money with that and how to make money with it quickly? How about when you really know how to get your funnel from literally a concept, like brand new, you think of an idea, and as soon as you think of it, you buy the domain, you build a little funnel, and you start driving traffic to it, and within a month or less, you start making a profit. How would that change your life? How would that change your business? How would that change how you function on a regular basis? So here's a couple of things that I've actually done that have actually made this happen, and so I just want to show this to you. Mediavines was a company, a social media company, and within 7 days, literally from concept, we wrote it down on paper. The next day we wrote a sales letter. The next day we sent out that sales letter, and within 7 days we had multiple thousands of dollars in monthly recurring income, and 99% of that was profit. Absolutely incredible, and that all had to do with the processes and the formula that we figured out on how to actually create a profitable launch. Poké batteries, when Pokemon Go had just hit the height, of course it was only about a month long when Pokemon Go was actually active, but almost immediately we came up with the idea of selling Pokemon batteries. We drop shipped them from somebody else. From idea to profit, we built a page, found a drop shipper, sent some ads, and were profitable within 9 days. Funnel Magazine was really incredible too, and we thought it was going to take a lot longer, but from idea to profit, we built out a funnel, and we built it in a way that was a little bit more developmental and in design of exactly, oops, kind of went forward one step there, in design of how we build funnels nowadays. So it did take us a little bit longer to get to profit, but it was more intentional. So we built funnels that really created massive results, and it follows a very specific process. All right, so every single launch that we've ever done that has been successful has followed these 6 key principles. And if you look at any Fortune 500 company, if you look at Apple, if you look at Google, they all follow these 6 keys: impact, niche, vision, engagement, recommendation, which is sales, and transformation. Today, we're going to focus on the engagement portion. How do you effectively engage your prospect with a funnel so that when they go through the funnel and they purchase your product and you're recommending the best choice for them to purchase, you can actually deliver massive results to them? All right, so one other thing, and this is a legal disclaimer I got to give, but it's absolutely true. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing and what our company is doing and how we were able to generate literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in recurring revenue through some of the things that we did here. But you have to actually put them in place. If you don't put them in place, you're not going to get any results, and you might as well jump off. It's not important. Hey, Ron. Hey, Jose. Hey, how's it going, guys? So the one thing, though, I am extremely excited to share this with you, even though it is the middle of the night where I am right now, and this is definitely going to rock your socks off. You're going to get some amazing value. I'm going to share some things that I've never shared with anybody on a webinar or any of our trainings before, so you're really going to get to see some incredible things. And also, this is not for people who want to get rich quick. I don't want, if you're looking to get rich quick or you're not seasoned in business, then this can help you, but this is not going to solve all of your problems, because it does take a lot of hard work, determination, and a know-how on how to do this. All right, so what we're going to cover: how to get your funnel live in 3 days, not 31 days, but 3 days flat. So how do you go from literally concept to live in 3 days? How to avoid the failures that most funnels hit right out of the gate and why they would actually fail. More than 99% of funnels that we've seen fail right out of the gate, and how they actually jump back on track. And then what you should actually be doing to get traffic if you want to be profitable within a month, within 31 days. All right, so most people think, by the way, this is secret number 1. So before I jump into this, guys, who here is ready to see this in? Who here wants to get this secret? So if you're ready to get this secret, go ahead and say yes, or give me some likes or thumbs up in the comment section. All right, guys. So the very first thing that most people think is that it can take months or even years to get a business and a funnel live and making money right away. So this is absolutely 100% not true. It actually just takes understanding the process in order to do it. And once you have the process, once you know how to do it, you can actually get a funnel live like that, just in a snap. You can get it live in a couple days, and you can start making money on it in a couple days. Funnel hacking is by far the fastest and best way, and I'm actually going to demonstrate this in a minute here. So bear with me, and I'll show you how to do this, but it's the fastest and best way to make a funnel, make money immediately. The second key is to pre-sell as well. So when you pre-sell it, you're not only are you hacking what's working, you're modeling what's working. By the way, funnel hacking is a term, is modeling what other successful people are currently doing in your industry to drive traffic, to create webinars, to convert their traffic into paying customers. And then if you're pre-selling a product or a service, then this is extremely powerful too, because now you're literally doubling your chances of success. And actually, I think it's more than that. You're putting it to the square. You know, it's absolutely incredible. So here we go. So here's a couple of funny things. So I looked up before I got on here, I looked up some really random different types of webinars, just because a lot of people say, oh, well, this doesn't work for me in my industry. Look, I found 3 really random webinars. One on how you can make money with mosquito repellents, one on how you can, on landscaping techniques, and one on oil and gas forecasts. I mean, some of these funnels or some of these webinars, you would never think of an industry like these doing a webinar, but they do, and they make money at it and helps them generate business. So let me switch over. I'm just going to show you guys some of these webinar registration pages, and frankly, they are not the prettiest. That is absolutely okay. So this one is on how a mosquito repellent system can make you some extra money from a landscape management. So they're obviously selling to landscapers. And very long form. Most people think you can only ask for name and email, but in the B2B market, you can actually ask for a lot more information. They're asking for a ton of information here, and it's a fairly ugly, so to speak, landing page. Here's another one in landscaping, and this one's basically how to control weeds in the fall. How do you get rid of the weeds in your client's yard? And another long form asking for all this information. Oil and Gas Journal did one on basically what's happening in the oil and gas industry. They did highlights on their forecast of what they think is going to happen, what they thought was going to happen from the middle of 2016 to the end of 2016. Again, asking for a ton of information. You can pretty much go on Google. You can search your industry. Industry, and then the word webinar, and you'll find, most likely, most industries, you'll find a webinar in your industry. So it's just a key on how to hack it. Here's another one. This is a coaching one that I looked up. And we're actually going to hack another one from the same company. So now we're going to go into the actual hack itself. Weird niche. All right, so I'm going to go into Clickfunnels here. I'm only going to build the first page for you guys because I don't want to go too much in depth in this. But the key here is that we want to model their success. Now, let's make the assumption that this is one of your competitors. You want to model them. You want to drive traffic from the same places they're driving traffic from. You want to get everything that you want to get all the business that they're getting right now and start sending it towards you. So we're going to put this in demos. And this is Erickson. I think I spelled that wrong. Erickson International Webinar Hack. Now remember, you can't copy the images. You can't copy the actual text itself, but you can copy the layout. You can copy the format of the text, for instance. So attend our complimentary and then blank live webinar and learn how blank. So that's an example here. All right, so I'm using a template inside, or a kind of a pre-built structure, but none of obviously we have hundreds of templates in our Clickfunnels account. We built over 600 funnels and over 3,000 pages so far. But let's see. So it's going to start me out, and I can choose whatever template I want. And in all reality, it does not matter which template that we select, but I'm going to just choose one that's already somewhat close to it, because there's a lot. But for argument's sake here, we're going to go into the editor. I'm gonna gut this entire thing for you guys, so you can see how easy this is, how easy it is to actually go in and recreate an entire funnel and be able to do this really quickly, so that you don't have to worry about, hey, do I have to come up with brand new content? So I'm literally gutting this thing from scratch. All right, so we're going to do a 3-column block for the first part there. We're going to do a 1-column block with an image and another image. Logo. Text equals logo. I think I did that wrong, I guess. How do I do text again? Text. Oh, I forgot the question mark. That's what I forgot. Question mark, logo. All right. So let's get back here. So I put the logo up at the top here. Now I'm going to use some of our hacking tools to identify some of these things here. So I'm going to go, I want it 970 by 408 for this one. So 970 by 408, which seems a little bit big, but that's okay. That's how big it is. That's how big it is. All right. Now I'm going to grab a 2-column block. This is a size 20. All right. And you can kind of see here some of the things I'm doing. So I'm going to put the headline in. They put a size 20. And then 3 bullets. And then another headline. So I just duplicate that instead. And then another 3 bullets. You can see how easy this actually is to recreate an entire site. And then this is another headline, but a little bit smaller, 14. And then I'm thinking that this should be its own set. So we're going to add in a second one here. And I'm also going to add in a divider, change the color. And the size. So, and then they've got testimonials, a little bit of contact information. Now here's obviously the key. All right, so now we're going to add in the forms. So what are the form fields that they added in? And also I notice here that they have the header, but they also put the text at the top. So I'm going to add in the header here for this, but I'm also going to use this guy. So first and last name. Now, I always, just because it actually, I find it converts better, using first and last name, using full name instead of having two separate fields. First and last name here. We're going to require it. If you ever want to check to see if something is required, obviously they have the stars here, but you can actually try to submit it with basically none of the information in it. It'll tell you what's required. So first and last name, I'm going to do email. Your email address, and I like putting best email, or if it's B2B, you can put work email or company or business email. So those are just some quick tips. And then a phone number. And cell phone number. Again, that's another tip, cell phone instead of just phone number, because they might put a house phone or work phone or some other kind of phone. Cell phone number. And I don't recommend requiring it just because some people don't want to give it. And now here's an element that is going to be a little bit different. So each system is a little different, but we're going to use the system that we have. So we're going to add in the date, so to select the date. Select the date. And then add the timer in there afterwards. And we can also add the local time in, which is good to add in. And then one last thing. Now, what did they put? They put submit. Now, here's something you can do. If your colors are similar, you can actually go in and basically hack the colors, which if their target market responds to those colors well, then I recommend doing that. It's a good thing to do. Submit. You can change the style. And we're going to do the pill. And we're also going to justify it on the left, because that's what they did. So just in 5 minutes or so, I need to go. Hey, you're welcome. All right, so and then we need to add in this guy and the two testimonials and the contact information at the bottom. And I already have the elements, so I'll add those in from here. times. Go. Now, obviously, this will fill out when there's content in here, so I'm not worried about that right at this moment. We go back to here, so we got that. And then we want to connect with us prior to the webinar. I'm going to just copy this information for now, and then I'm going to delete it in just a second so you can kind of see. All right, you want to connect with us, 800, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So text like that, there's not really a whole lot that they can, it's not like you're copying proprietary information. So those are like formatting stuff. So again, with this one, so so blank, and if it's not live, you're going to delete the word live, and you're going to learn how blank. All right, so there's that. Join us. I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Okay, so we're going to switch these around really quick because I put that in the wrong spot. So you can see, pretty easy to do actually. Each one, and that is basic text that can be used on in anywhere. So this is common text. There's nothing proprietary about this. Now, I couldn't copy all this stuff because that's their own information. It's their own copy. Same as that. But some of your titles here, those are things you can model. You can change if you wanted. So instead of how to join, you could put how to register. Oops. Register. So those are things that you can do to change it. So if you use the word register instead of join, that's fine. You can use you can kind of look things up. You can Google it, and you can find I guess register definition, and then you can find synonyms to things like this. So how to, I guess I would put join definition. So, you might find some words that you can use interchangeably. So pretty much we got a fully hacked page in just a really quick amount of time. And so that is that. We hit save, jump out. Obviously you'd put your own images in here. You'd put your own logo here. But this is basically ready to go. Just go ahead. Yeah, there we go. Now this page is ready to receive actual registrations now. Of course, you just want to fill in the rest of the content. All right, so we did the hack. Now let's jump back into this. All right, guys, how was that? How did you guys enjoy that? Any questions also before we get a move on? Hey, Jeffrey, welcome. All right, so there are some other tools to use. Some of the tools that we use, some of the tools that we've built as well. So hackthisfunnel.com is a marketplace of Clickfunnels tools and resources and trainings to be able to quickly build templates. There are hundreds of page templates and hundreds of other templates in there that are available, and so you can literally add them and access them if you need to build anything. It gives you everything you need to be able to build. The Clickfunnels Marketplace, marketplace.clickfunnels.com, and if you go to Consultant 34, that's for me. You can find funnel design services, whether you use companies like ours or somebody else's company. Also, one other thing is I don't recommend getting unique design. Have a company that can hack a funnel for you. One, it's going to cost you a lot less. Two, you can build it faster. Three, you know exactly what you're going to get. It's going to look exactly like what you wanted to get, because you deliver a site you want them to model, to hack, and then they just put in your images, your content, your branding, everything that you need to put in to make it your own. And again, make sure always be ethical with this. Don't ever copy someone's text blatantly. This is not I'm going to copy your thing and then basically steal your customers and act like you. No, this is like you're selling your own thing. You're sharing your own thing. So make sure that they understand that as well. Get support from groups. You can join the Funnel Genius group, the Clickfunnels group. There are hundreds of groups out there that you can get support with for funnel designs and a whole lot more. All right, so that is the end of secret number 1. Are you guys ready for secret number 2? Why 99% of funnels fail right out of the gate, what you can actually do to prevent this from happening, and what you can do to actually move around it if it does start happening to your funnels, and how you can overcome these really quickly. I got some likes. All right, awesome, guys. All right, so most of the people that we've come across have thought that, once you launch a funnel, it's going to be profitable overnight. And the reality is that there are tons of people that have created funnels that were profitable overnight. The thing that you don't see is that they were failing time and time again up until that point. They might have built a ton of different funnels up to that point that failed over and over and over again. And once they became a quote-unquote overnight success, it might have taken them a year or 5 years or 10 years or 20 years to become that overnight success. So just keep that in mind, because most funnels are actually never profitable. And it's really key to understand this, because when you know this, then you're actually looking for the signs to make sure that your funnel is profitable, because every single funnel can be profitable, but you have to know how to do it. And it's just taking a little bit of time, a little bit of understanding to actually make it happen. One of the things that we always recommend to our clients is to test for function. So basically make sure that the funnel works from a functional standpoint. And then as soon as it's functional, go live. Hit it right away. So for instance, this webinar is actually, we tested everything up to this point per function, and it's going live. And we'll get some feedback on the way, and it's going to be really powerful. I'm not worried about making it perfect, and you shouldn't be worried about making your funnel perfect either, because guess what? Some of the best information you're going to get are from the people who are actually tuning in. Hey, Mark, thanks for joining. I got a comment here. Awesome. We'll watch it a bit later. All right, guys. Awesome, Mark. Thanks for joining. Definitely love that you're going to be coming back in and putting it into action. Perfect. Definitely visit this over and over and over again, because this is really, really important information, and definitely check back on this if you ever need anything. There are 3 funnels that are most profitable out of all the other funnels. We found that so far, we found 23 different types of funnels and funnel structures that convert well. But there are 3 of them that convert the best out of all, and they just outperform time and time and time and time again. It doesn't matter what industry. We find that these 3 funnels convert more often than any other type of funnel. Do you guys want to know what kind of funnels those 3 funnels are? You guys are ready for that? If you are, give me some likes, give me some hearts, say, give me a yes in the chat there, because these 3 funnels are by far going to outperform anything you could ever put out there, and they're going to get you the best results. All right, guys, perfect. So the first is a free plus shipping funnel, and you can also use a tripwire funnel, but free plus shipping is the best form of a tripwire. And all it is a low barrier to entry. It's a low cost. It's not spending a lot of money to get in the door, and you're able to get a customer. You're able to acquire a customer for a fairly low dollar. The second is a webinar funnel. And this is by far the most popular, and it's extremely profitable when you do it correctly. So, and sometimes it might take you a couple of times to record it. You got to get the right questions to answer. You got to understand what people are doing. But once you have this down, it is going to outproduce anything you could ever do because it builds credibility, it demonstrates your expertise, and it helps you position yourself as the expert. The other is the application, and this is for your high level, your one-on-one service, your masterminds, your, generally speaking, this is for the things that are more than a couple $1,000s. And sometimes I've seen a couple of application funnels that were for literally $25,000 from an online order form. You didn't put all $25,000 down, but it was $25,000 was the investment. You put $1,000 down for the application, and then you got on the phone with the sales team, and it was either a fit or it wasn't. And the most powerful is when you combine all three of these together. But that is definitely a more advanced strategy. And obviously, applications are more common with coaches and consultants, but they can be a huge asset to any sales team. Anybody who wants to make sales, anybody who wants to get leads in the door who are highly qualified, you can use this on much lower ticket items as well. But the most common use for them, because it does take a lot of time and energy to build an application funnel, is for coaches, consultants, anybody who has that higher ticket. Oops, you guys got a sneak peek. So which of these funnels should I use first? Obviously, the webinar funnel, because one, it builds your credibility. You don't need a product. You can actually leverage the webinar funnel to go straight into an application, and you can shortcut the application. It also takes less than a week to get it up, get it running, get it live. Hey, Poe, how's it going? And you can do this really, really quickly. Here is an actual webinar, and I just grabbed these stats earlier today. So here, this is pretty cool. So 1,600 visitors, brought in just over 600 contacts, and really high conversion rate from cold traffic. Out of those people, 161 of them decided that they were interested in the offer from the webinar. 64 of them actually purchased, so about 10% of them purchased from the people who opted in, which probably means about 20% of the people who actually watched purchased. Gave their contact information. And then 23 of them actually purchased. So you probably had about a 5%, maybe a 10% conversion rate on this based on the number of people who actually watched. And just so you know, this is for a $997 product. So in the last 30 days, this funnel has made over $22,000 just from this funnel alone. So imagine if you had spent, let's say even if you spent $5, even if you spent $10 on each visitor who visited the page, so you spent $16,000 to make $22,000 in online monthly recurring residual income that was delivering a training program that you did not have to worry because you already built it once. Now you get to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. All right, oh man, I guess that one didn't come through all right. Here's another funnel, 2,000 visitors, almost 1,000 contacts. This one had almost a 50% conversion rate. And there were 62 purchases at $37 a piece on the offer before they even got to the webinar. So this is an SLO, a self-liquidating offer. This is where your tripwire comes in, or your free plus shipping offer comes in. You can actually put this in your webinar before they ever actually watch the webinar, and you can start making sales right away, which is really, really cool. We had another client who they were $20,000 in the hole before they ever came to us. They had a list that never responded. They actually didn't really have a lot of money to invest in ads because they had just spent $20,000 with other people who couldn't really help them And so what we did was we took the people that they had already been connecting with. We took their list, we helped them with their webinar, we built the funnel, we worked with them, and we got them 34 active people who were interested in talking more about their program. In 3 days, we got 34 people, and their estimation was that they closed 1 out of 3 people on a $5,000 to $10,000 program. So basically, if they closed, 1 out of 3 people on a $5,000 to $10,000 program. So we'll call it 10 people total. At $5,000 is $50,000 in revenue generated over 3 days from a low investment of just $10,000 with us. So absolutely worth it for them to be able to go in. We hacked a funnel that worked for them, that was interesting for them, that was in line with their target market. We helped them with copy and the text and the follow-up and everything they needed to do, and got them massive results with this. So one of the things that I always recommend is, and I mentioned this before, is find communities of people who are building funnels and ask them to test. Even go live. Don't wait for them to go. Don't wait to go live before you test. Basically, put it out. Say, hey, I'm looking for feedback. Start driving traffic to your inner circle. Get some feedback. Make some small changes, and then blast it out to everybody. Hey, what's up, Marcos? Thanks for joining. Also, split test everything, but, and a huge, big, fat but, only split test one thing on one page at a time. Don't split test 100 different things on a page. Only split test one thing at a time, and that is extremely important because when you split test just one thing, you're going to get massive results. You're going to be able to actually track what's working and what's not. You can split test colors, you can split test text, you can split test form fields. There are 100 things you can split test, but only split test one thing at a time on a page. Keep your control, and then make sure that you have at least 100 viewers on each page. So if you have 2 split tests, then you've got 200 views total between the 2 pages. If you have 3 split tests, you got 300 views total on the 3 pages. And that way you can actually see which one's converting. You can generally tell within about 100 people, 100 views on the page, what's actually working and what's not. We do recommend more than that, but never go below 100 before you make a change. And another thing, and this is really, really important, and I know that this is hard to hear, this is hard to do, but be willing to start from scratch. Be willing to go back to the drawing board, throw almost everything that you put into it away, start over, and rebuild it. And if you have to do that, that's okay. Because when you can do that, you know that you're absolutely, hands down, going to be more successful. And it's also going to prevent you from failing. Because a lot of times what happens is somebody builds a funnel for a product that they've already built, and then they try to go and sell it, and the funnel doesn't convert, people don't buy, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens, and they've spent thousands and thousands of dollars, and with somebody who doesn't necessarily guarantee results, and absolutely a pain for them to do it, or they've spent hundreds of hours doing it themselves, which is even more devastating to do that. So work with companies like ours that guarantee results, and if you need to start over, they'll start over with you and aren't going to charge you an arm and a leg to do it. All right, so are you ready to get secret number 3? Hey, what's up, Arn? Webinars are great if done correctly. Thanks for the live workshop. You're welcome. Definitely happy to help. If you have any questions, feel free to chime in. So if you guys are ready for this, I need some likes, some loves, some yeses in the comments. Let me know you guys who want to get this secret to actually converting traffic and knowing exactly what to do and where to do. And I'm going to share something in here that I have literally never shared with anybody except for my private clients. And I'm going to give you like the map to do it so you can actually build this out for yourself. So you're going to want a pen and paper for this, by the way, guys. All right, so most people think if you put $100 into Facebook ads, you're going to make $1,000. while it can be true, in most cases, it's simply not true. You're actually going to spend probably closer to $1,000 to make a couple $100. And that's the reality. Most people are actually spending thousands of dollars and they're making maybe a few $100s on the back end. And then later down the road, they're making thousands and tens of thousands of dollars from those initial clients. And that's where the actual conversion rate comes in. But there are 4 key platforms, and this is what I'm going to share with you. There are 4 key platforms to driving success, to making more money, to be able to have a holistic marketing strategy, to be able to drive the best results in your business. You got to be willing to be both online and offline and use both paid and organic traffic for this. Also, before I get into that, I have something that I really want you to look at. Make sure that you have a funnel expert look and do a competitive analysis on your business, on your competitor's business, to identify exactly where the traffic is coming from. Also, if you're going to hack a site, make sure that the site has actual traffic coming to it. It doesn't have just a couple hundred people or a couple thousand people, but it's got tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people going to the site. It may not be to that exact landing page, but at least make sure that the site itself is getting a lot of traffic, because that'll generally mean that a good portion of the site traffic is going to the landing page that you're hacking. All right, here is the key. Before I go to it though, are you guys ready? Do you want to know what the 4 key platforms are to driving massive results in your business, driving massive success in your business if you want to be able to make more with your marketing? If you do, give me some likes and some loves. All right, guys. So we're going to dive into this. So there are 4 key platforms, and it's a grid. Now, you can put whatever you want in here. I just gave you a couple of examples. These are some of the things that we do to drive traffic, and we may not be doing them all at the same time either. So just realize that. But we do have at least one in each of the 4 quadrants. There's a line there, and you can take a screen capture this, whatever you need to do to grab this and or write it down, draw it on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do to be able to get this in your hands and start marketing in these 4 different ways. There are online platforms, there are offline platforms, there are organic traffic platforms, and there are paid traffic platforms. Obviously, organic, you've got Facebook Live. And you can combine these too, so just so you know that. So you can use your organic platform, and then you can drive paid traffic to that organic platform as well. So there are a lot of ways to combine these, to develop and to build these out. So here's just a couple of examples. Facebook Live, webinars, and forums are great online organic ways to generate business. Organic offline, speaking, podcast, networking. Paid online, Facebook ads, Google ads, banner ads on different people's sites. Paid offline, sponsorships at events, magazine ads, radio ads, and there are a ton of other things that you can be adding in here as well, but these are just a couple of the ones that we found actually drive the most revenue and drive the most back to you, and especially if you have one core focus. So for instance, our one core focus is webinars. So our one core focus is webinars, which means that every time I speak, I do a podcast, I go to a networking event, I drive Facebook ads, I do Google ads, I do a Facebook Live, I write on groups and forums, we do banner ads, magazines, radio, or sponsorships. Everything we do is going to say, hey, by the way, we have this webinar. It's going to help you learn some really incredible things. If you want to learn, then we recommend you go here to register, or I can register you here right now, depending on how they're doing it. We have text-in ways, all that sort of stuff, but everything should drive towards one central goal. All right. Also, one of the other things is hire an expert to drive your traffic for you, because everybody does this. Everybody goes out and decides that they want to drive their own traffic, and the issue with that is if you're not an expert at driving traffic, then you're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table, or you're going to be losing a lot more than you possibly know you would be. Leverage all 4 key platforms that I just shared with you: online, offline, organic, and paid. All right, guys. Are you guys having fun? Are you guys enjoying this so far? By the way, if you came in a little bit late, you came in, I definitely recommend you going back after this is done, watching this from start to finish, because some of the things that I shared in here are definitely going to be a huge game changer for you. Another thing is that I want to make sure that you guys understand the next part here is my offer. It's going to be pretty brief. I'm not going to go into, a huge, all the closes and everything. If you're interested, you're interested. If you're not, you're not. I am actually going to be teaching some things in my offer, so you're welcome to stay. If you don't want to, you're totally fine. You can drop off now. I hope you've enjoyed so far, and go back and get the rest of the content if you missed anything, and go back and watch it again anyways, so you can get some incredible insights and massive results from this. All right, so far we've covered 3 secrets: how to get your funnel live in 3 days flat. I showed you how to build a funnel in Clickfunnels, and you can use this any platform, but how to get your funnel literally live in less than 3 days, and it doesn't even take that long. You can do it in a couple of hours at most. Why most funnels fail right out of the gate, and some of the things you can do right off the bat to actually be successful. One of those is using the 3 core funnels that actually deliver massive, massive results, which are obviously free plus shipping, webinar, and application funnels. Webinars being the most powerful and the most profitable, and where you should actually be going to get your traffic from if you want to be profitable, and making sure that you're staying where your target market actually hangs out. All right, got a question here. Which is better for warm leads, a 3-part video series or a webinar? And so that's a great question, obviously, and I think I answered this in the Facebook group. It depends on what your target market likes. So also depends on how long it is. So for instance, we've been going for just under an hour here, and now just getting to the offer. So if you've got 90 minutes of content, I recommend doing a 3-part video series. Do 30 minutes per, and then do a webinar to add some massive value on the back end. And that's actually one of the most powerful, actually, is a combination of the 2, where you do a 3-part video series followed up by a webinar. So the video series is pure content, 100%. And then the webinar is somewhat of a recap and a little bit of new content and mostly sales. And it's basically you're referring back to the content that you taught in the 3-part video series. So if they didn't watch it, they're going to want to go back. And it helps indoctrinate them. It helps them get to know you, get to see you as the expert. So really great question, by the way. Otherwise, a webinar is a lot easier to create than a 3-part video series. So from a time standpoint, I would recommend a webinar. Also, it's been proven that 3-part video series, a lot of people will drop off somewhere in the middle, but the people who stay with you are going to convert higher than on a webinar. Anyways, hopefully that helps answer your questions. So are you guys ready to take this to the next level? If you guys are, go ahead and put in the comment section in the Q&A box there. Say, I'm ready, I'm excited, I want this, I want to see what you guys are offering. Let me know that you are ready. Give me some likes, whatever it is that you want to, however you want to express yourself, but just let me know that you are ready to rock and roll. By the way, great questions, guys. All right, awesome. We got some more. You're welcome. Happy to help. All right, so what I have for you, by the way, this is my offer officially, is the perfect webinar bootcamp. We are going to spend 1 day. You're going to learn everything about how to build a webinar. You're going to leave there with a PowerPoint, and I'm going to give you all the details on that in a second. I want to make sure that you can literally take an idea that you have, create a funnel, build your webinar, go live, start making money right away without having to worry, without having to hassle, without having the fear of failing, and you can do it in literally less than a month. Absolutely powerful to be able to do this. And again, I see some people joining right now. If you're just joining, go back to the beginning of this. You're going to want to watch all the content. Absolutely valuable, really powerful. The Perfect Webinar Bootcamp is going to absolutely give you a massive shift. You're going to learn how to create a profitable webinar using the Perfect Webinar system. We're going to do a 90-minute jam session where you're actually going to fill out some forms. You're going to work with our team. You're going to build your webinar, PowerPoint slides, everything you need in the room, well, online because it's online, but you're going to build it right then, right there, and you're going to be able to leave there as a VIP with the entire thing completed by the end of the day. So you'll have your PowerPoints, you'll have your scripts, everything. You're also going to be able to ask questions, get support from us, our teams. We're going to have a team of Perfect Webinar experts and certified Clickfunnels consultants there to help with this. You're going to actually see someone do a webinar. And we're exploring different ways to do that, but you're going to have an option to see different people do webinars, and you'll actually be able to choose which webinar you want to go see. You can go back and watch the rest later, of course. In addition to that, we're going to show you and we're going to break down each of the closes that are available for you, for your audience, because each one has a different cadence, each one has different uses, and depending on exactly who your audience is, depends on which closes you're going to want to use. So we're going to break all of those down. We're going to make sure that you know which closes to use to reposition your offer to make sure that it eliminates any doubt, eliminates any fear that your clients are having, which is really, really important. The last thing that we're going to be doing in it, we're going to do laser coaching with the VIP. Everybody's welcome, but all the VIPs are going to get laser coaching on their offer, and they're also going to get a one-on-one time with a certified funnel consultant later. All right, so some of the dates. The next one is January 24th. We've got April 25th, which you can select after registration, and we're also going to be setting up some more to come. So the Perfect Webinar System, $19.97 value. Oh, that looks like that cut off there. So you're going to get the PowerPoints, you're going to get the blueprint, you're going to get the landing page copy, the outline, the sales copy, the video scripts, your webinar sales closes, all the emails, text, social media posts, everything that you need. So again, Perfect Webinar slides that we designed for you, so we're going to make them look sexy for you. You might have to make some text tweaks, but it's going to look really nice. The Perfect Webinar Blueprint, landing page copy, sales scripts, video scripts, Perfect Webinar closes, emails, plus where you're going to get a one-on-one review with a team member who's actually going to help you make sure that everything that you've put into your webinar is going to help convert and get the results that you want to get, and also be able to deliver massive value, because it's really important to do that. Total value of $5,000. Here's something that's really important. Webinars can actually work for anybody. If you were on the beginning, you saw that we had a landscaping company that's using webinars. We had a mosquito repellent system using webinars. We had an oil and gas industry using webinars. The obvious people that use it are coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers, authors, marketers, people who run events. The not so obvious are health and fitness, real actual physical businesses, real estate, multi-level marketing, and webinars can work for almost any kind of business. And as long as you have something to offer them, there are tons of things that you can do for them. Oh, and I guess it left one of the things in there, but Russell Brunson, who's going to be on the cover of Funnel Magazine in January, we were doing a lot of research, and in an interview he did with Life on Fire, he said, and I'm paraphrasing this, but he said basically if he'd lost everything, the only thing he had was his knowledge and $500, he would take his $500, he would go out, he'd create a webinar, he would drive traffic to it, and he'd make everything he had back. Don't worry if you don't have any products or services to sell on your webinar, because guess what? You can do an application close, which is some of the most powerful closes that you can do. And the second is you can pre-sell just about anything. So if you come up with an idea, you can pre-sell it. And this is for somebody who was interested in having their webinar optimized and making sure that it was working properly. We went in, we looked at it, we fixed out all the issues, and it made it working right away. And I can read it off for you. Hawk helped me on several occasions with ClickFunnels. Today he helped me troubleshoot an ongoing issue I was simply unable to get done on my own. Within a few minutes of explaining the situation, providing a few screenshots, and looking further into the funnel, we were able to get to the bottom of it. Now I have a fully optimized funnel for my webinar series, and will certainly return to Hawk for any more troubleshooting. So that was also part of our anything you need related to your funnel. If you get on the phone with us for your one-on-one review and we're like, hey, we need some help, that's all part of that. So you get the Perfect Webinar Bootcamp as a VIP, $1997 value. You get the Perfect Webinar System in its entirety, a $5,000 value, total value of $6,997. Oh, this is awesome. Facebook ads. We're going to literally design your ads and your copy, and we're going to give you a couple ads, and we're also, for the VIP, you're going to get your first month of ads management with us. If you want to take it, you can use it. You don't have to, but as a VIP, we will also work with you for your first month to make sure your ads are running properly, and just absolutely incredible. If we were able to take your webinar, even if you had a $1,000 offer, it could be $2,000, it could be $5,000, it could be $500, whatever it is for you, it doesn't matter. But let's just assume that you're following the standard model of $997. You had 100 sales at $1,000, so you made $100,000 with your webinar. Would it be worth building a webinar, hiring somebody and attending the workshop, being able to create everything you wanted to create with this? Even if you only had 20 sales, so $20,000, or even if you only had 10 sales and you made $10,000, and you could do this every single month, would it be worth it to you to have the system, have the webinar, have everything you need to be successful with your webinars? Because it doesn't matter whether you're doing it and you have one webinar, if you're offering it, you make $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 or more, even if you only made one sale and you had a $25,000 offer, which I know a lot of people do, this is going to be extremely powerful for you. How much would you pay to be able to get those kind of results? How much would you pay to get a webinar that converts? So we're going to give you the Perfect Webinar Bootcamp. It is a VIP ticket, $1997 value. You're going to get the Perfect Webinar System, everything that's part of to build it out. Make sure that you have everything you need. You're going to get the Facebook ads and graphics, a total value of $7,997. This is probably one of my favorite things, and I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to teach you something new. So if you don't have your pen and paper out, take your pen and paper out, because you're going to want to make sure that you take a look at this. All right. So here's what you're going to get: social media traffic hacks that give you nothing, how to build a social media following, a social following, where to find your ideal target market, how to position your profile to be seen as an expert, what types of outreach to use to get the best ROI, and how to grow your list by 1,000 people each month. By the way, this costs you $0. It does cost you some time, takes you a little bit of time. And here's the thing. So I'm going to actually show this to you in action. I took these screen captures today, so you can actually go look in our Facebook group to kind of see this. Now, before I show this to you, I need to make sure that you understand this has to be truly genuine. You can't be doing this because you want to manipulate. You can't be doing this because you want to basically trick people into giving their contact information. This has to be truly genuine, and you also make it engaging. We want to gamify the process for the people. So you want to check it out and see if something is valuable to them. I've done this tons of times where I thought something would be really, really valuable, and people just didn't respond. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to put more energy in. By the way, this is a form of pre-selling. So this is one I posted up just a couple days ago. As, hey, who here likes Grant Cardone? And just to skip to the bottom, basically we have some of his pages we've hacked, and if you want them, you can get them. We need 150 likes, comments, etc. on here, and at this point we're at probably about 50. So, and this was just a couple days ago. Here's one that was already completed. We're giving away Tony Robbins, Anik Segal's, and Brendan Burchard's funnels that we had hacked their funnels. So you can get all 3 of their funnels. We just needed 97 likes, hearts, and comments from different people. And by the way, I put from different people because some people will post the same thing 100 times just so that they can get it. So definitely really powerful. And obviously you can see we got over 100 likes and hearts on this. Plus we got 42. Actually, I think there was a couple comments below this, so there was about 45 comments. And as a result of that, we got 23 contacts. And here's something that's really cool. So we split it up so that you opted in for all 3. So we generated 23 contacts from this in one day. And out of that, we know that 21 of those people wanted the funnel from Tony Robbins. We also, and I don't have the stats on here, but we had 19 people who asked for 19 out of the 23 asked for Anik Segal's, and 19 out of the 23 asked for Brendan Burchard's. And what's interesting, it wasn't the same 19 who asked for both. There was actually some people who wanted one and some people who wanted another. So really powerful to know that. Now we can call them, we can start to market to them, we can start to build a relationship with them, and we can start to do more with them. So, and the thing is with this, now we got to follow up with them. So I'm going to jump back to our hack here, and I'm going to show you guys something. So now let's assume that they opted in. Now there's a bunch of things. Now if you don't have the elite edition of Clickfunnels, totally fine. You don't have to, but it does allow you to add some additional components and some additional things that you couldn't do otherwise. So one thing, I already got all the emails in here, so we can automate the emails based on what they registered for. So if they, obviously this is a webinar registration, and it's going to send out based on the time and date they registered for. The next thing that we can do is we can actually send them an SMS. So we could say, hey, for messaging, you're registered. Right, so you're registered. We're going to select the integration, and we're going to delay it. Actually, we're going to send it out right away. So that's one thing we can do. We can also send out a voicemail. So we can actually send out to everyone. We can use Clickfunnels. And you would actually have to add them into a list here. But in the action list, I could set it up so that it sends them a voicemail. Another thing you can do is you can actually set up email notifications. So I could email hawk@invertinc.com and basically say, every time someone opts in, I want to receive a notice so that I can then follow up with them and I can call them. So this is really powerful, and being able to do this is going to be able to help you generate more business and build better relationships. So just wanted to show you guys that as something that's really powerful and really important to be able to do. All right, now let's jump back into the webinar here. Somebody who used our traffic hacks, the VSR Council, we worked with them. We actually did all the lead generation for them, set up the appointments, and then they had the calls. Within 8 months, we were able to generate over 10,000 leads. We got them, we called thousands and thousands of them. We were able to set appointments with 349 people. Out of that, they were able to book 154 of them into a live multi-day event for anywhere between $650 to $950 per seat, depending on how many seats they bought. So really, really powerful. So again, what you're going to get, the Perfect Webinar Bootcamp, $1997 value, the Perfect Webinar System, $5,000 value, Facebook ads and graphics, $1,000, The social media traffic hacks cost you nothing, $1,500, total $9,497 value. And we're also going to give you the videos of the entire event because, as we all know, it is extremely important to be able to go back and watch everything over again and get the support you need. So you're going to get the entire video series so you can go back and access that. So you're going to get the boot camp, the system, the ads and graphics, the traffic hacks that cost you nothing, and the archives, a total value of $9,997. We offer a break-even guarantee. So if you, for any reason, go through this process and you don't make at least your money back, we're going to go and we are going to make it right for you. We'll make sure that you make at least your money back. And for those of you who just joined, go back and watch from the beginning because I saw we had just a couple people just right now join. So once this is done, go back and watch the content because it's absolutely incredible. Will help you grow your business really well. By the way, I'm definitely not special. I am totally not good at sports. English is not my first language, and so I do a lot of really bad grammatical errors on my pages, and I have to have other people look at them, but sometimes they convert better. I also am not really the best at creating content. It takes me a lot of time, energy, and effort to create new content, and it's something that I have to sit down and do, where I know I have friends who could take the same thing and could build out the content in 1/100th of the time. But the thing is, I can still build profitable funnels, and so can you. So you just need to know that absolutely everything you can do is available to you, and you can do this really, really easily. Now, I had two choices. I could make this as cheap as possible. I had somebody ask me if I could make this for $97, and frankly, it's it actually cost me a lot of money to deliver this because, first of all, I put a lot into it. Our team works on this, and they're going out there, they're building the PowerPoints, they're creating the graphics, they're writing all the email scripts, they're doing everything that needs to be done to generate all this stuff. So realistically, I couldn't do it for $97, so I didn't. And I just thought it would probably give you a little bit more devotion if I had it a little bit higher. So I did want to make it affordable and make it so that if you're coming in, you could be able to grab a seat in the event and you'd be able to afford it easily. So now that you know that, now you have two choices. I know you don't know how much it is yet, but you have two choices. You can either do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which, by the way, I'm guaranteeing. So if you don't at least make your money back, I'll make it right with you. Or you can invest today, or you can come back later and invest more because it will be a lot more later. But you can make a smaller investment today. And if you have any questions on this as well, feel free to reach out to me personally. I'd be happy to help. And again, totally, if you're not interested, totally fine. If you are interested, join us. This is going to completely rock your socks off. You're going to be able to make a massive impact. You're going to be able to make a lot more money, be able to have profitable funnels and have a profitable webinar. And again, if this works, awesome. If not, just let me know. We'll make it right. We'll make sure that you do. What you're going to get: the perfect webinar bootcamp, the system, ads and graphics, social media traffic hacks that cost you nothing, the video archive, a total value of $9,997. So if you join now, normally this would be $19.97 because that's how much the VIP normally is. And right now we are doing an early bird thing. So as long as you're interested, awesome. You can get it right now. Just go to funnelgenius.com/yes and you'll find out that it is not $19.97, but it is only $797 for VIP. So you're going to get all of that for only $797. Absolutely incredible. Let me show you exactly what you got to do so you can kind of see how you can do this. So we're going to go over here. We are going to go to funnelgenius.com/yes. I'm going to hit enter, obviously. it's going to load the page here. Although if you need any other details on the whole thing, the whole day, it's all here. The next one is January 24th, 2017. We only have 20 VIP seats that we're doing, and we only have 100 of the regular seats. We want to limit this because obviously this is a lot of intensive work. We're going to teach you the system. You're going to learn how to make your offer. You're going to know which closes to use. And here's the agenda. So if you want to look through the agenda, you're totally welcome to. And then your VIP sponsoring is right here. So your VIP seat is right here, plus your 3 bonuses down here. And yes, we do have general seating available. Then you're going to come in here, you're going to type in your name and info, Hawk Mikado, hawk@invertinc.com, 832-800-4295, United States. You're going to select the number of VIP seats that you want to get. If you want to get all of the 5 of our best converting templates for your funnels, the actual funnel templates, then you can do that. It's only $500 today instead of $2,500. Then you type in your credit card info and you hit reserve your seat now. So once you're done with that, that will give you everything you need. You'll get registered. You'll be able to go in. Also, you can, and have your friends, everything go, and all the details are here. Location, obviously, is online. Secured payment. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not happy, 30 days from now, as long as it's before the event, we'll give you your money back and no questions asked on that. So, plus, of course, as long as you do everything, we are guaranteeing you massive results as well. So you have nothing to worry at all. All right, back to the webinar here. So again, if you join, you're going to get it not for $19.97, but only $797 today, and you get the VIP seating. And we do have early bird for the general seating available as well. So now is the perfect time. If you do have any questions, now is the perfect time to ask any questions. This is an opportune moment. It does not have to be about this. It could be about funnels. It could be about anything you want it to be about related to marketing in general. But happy to answer, happy to go over ideas, strategies, thoughts. This is the time for you guys to ask. It looks like I got a couple of messages here, private messages as well. So let me check in on those, see if those are related to this. So while you guys are typing your messages away, I always forget how to check the notifications on my phone. Right. Does not look like that message is related to this, so totally fine. Well, guys, if you do have any questions, you can put them in the comments below here. You can do it however you need to do it. Just let me know, and I'm happy to help. And you can also send me a private message, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. You can also obviously email in, and we can answer them there. But definitely a pleasure to have you guys on. Thank you for watching, and definitely hope you have a blessed rest of your day since it's just starting. It's only 1:20 in the morning, which is a little early, but absolutely going to be an amazing day. So, by the way, thank you guys for those of you who decided to join us. I'm really excited to have you guys at the Perfect Webinar Bootcamp and be able to help you create your first webinar. If you have anything that you need from us beforehand, you want to reach out, of course, we're here to help as well. So, guys, we'll see you guys later. Have a blessed day.